This is the 2026 Infiniti QX80, and for 2026, it offers a new trim, the first ever. And this is my favorite trim in the current lineup, and I'm going to show you why. It's called the Sport trim, and it replaces the old Sensory trim. The idea behind this trim is a sporty design with loaded tech features. And we're going to start first with the exterior because that's where the changes begin. First up, we've got the grille, redesigned for this trim. So you'll notice this thing on the road, that is the Sport trim, and you can see the sharp edges and the multi-spoke in the middle. And we also have the large Infiniti badge, but you don't see anything else here that says Sport, just clean and aggressive. On top of that, we have this darkened piece around it to give it a more aggressive look. At the bottom, a redesigned bumper compared to the other trims. And this year, we only have 3 trims. So you've got the Lux, the base model, Sport, and the Autograph, which is the highest trim. Now, in terms of the paint choices, you essentially get everything from looks, but 2 missing paint choices. But you get a second option, which is the top roof that you can paint it different to the overall paint. The next thing offered with the Sport trim is exclusive 22-inch wheels just for this trim. They're kind of like a black finish with a bit of that silver onto the outside, which in my opinion look great. In fact, the first time I saw this, I went, what trim is this? I've never seen this before. It actually stands out. And even on the road, when we film the rollers, this thing looks absolutely sexy. I think it's one of my favorite trims out of all of the trims that offered for the QX80. And then we've got the side step, which in this case is not automatic, is fixed, also painted in black at the bottom, giving a bit more aggressive look. The vehicle is equipped with Bridgestone tires. Of course, Infiniti and Nissan tend to work with Bridgestone. And then moving on to the back side, you'll notice something familiar, and it is the S badge in here. Now, you have seen that letter before, and that's usually in the Infiniti Q60 or Q50. In some cases, it was in red for the red Sport. In here, we have it for the Sport trim. Very clever, and of course they didn't forget about their heritage. And then you have the other badge that says QX80 plus the 4-wheel drive drivetrain. On top of that, the letters in the middle are painted with the same color as the grille frame around it, and also the infinite light. And actually it took me a while to realize that this was the infinite light because the way it goes from the edges to the center. And another thing is that you get power tailgate in this case, plus a redesigned bumper for the Sport trim, because why would you want to make it the same? You want to distinguish this thing from the other trims. So if you're driving behind an Infiniti QX80 and you see the S badge, you know that it is the Sport trim. This trim also comes with powered second row foldable seats, and you can raise and lower vehicle with these 2 buttons because it comes with air suspension system. It also comes with a spare tire in case you get stuck, something you don't see in luxury vehicles anymore. The third row offers power seats, so you can fold and unfold automatically with the button located on the side. Plus, we've got a USB-C port and 2 cup holders. There's some extra space underneath here for you to store certain things, and it does come with a subwoofer in the back. When you jump into the second row, you've got a couple of options. First, this has powered second row, so that way you get access to the third row. It also comes with 7 seats, so you got 3 in the back, 2 in the front captain chair. There is 2 USB-C ports in the center, the cup holders, and some extra space. And to fold the seat back, you hold the button for a second, and it automatically moves back. Next thing, both seats in the second row are powered, so you can move it back and forth, and you can adjust the recliner. There's a climate unit for the passengers in the back with heated seats and ventilated seats, which Again, you find this in the middle trim. At the bottom, we've got two USB-C ports plus the cigarette lighter. And in the center, you get a lot of space that you can put stuff for your kids. And you get a nice leather interior with this blue color. It's also equipped with the Klipsch audio system, 24 speakers in this case. There's also interior lighting as well, as you can see for the second door. And on top of that, this is equipped with a panoramic roof all the way across that you can only open from the front. Jumping into the front row, we've got a couple of options. First, the massive screen that you see in the highest trim, it's also available here. Then there is another screen in the center here for your climate unit and extra options. But more importantly, we've got this beautiful steering wheel, which matches with the exterior paint choice, the trim over onto this side. I love this, grippy with Infiniti badge. We have pedal shifters in the back if you want to have some fun. There's a digital cluster all the way through. There is the main screen here, which has, as you can see, built-in Google Maps, easy access, and you've got some options on the steering wheel. So let's go through what this thing offers overall. The steering wheel has these buttons over here, kind of like haptic design, plus you have these for the thumbs, which have the same direction as your thumb when you're moving it. I think it's pretty cool. And you can control each screen. So that's for your cluster, and that's for the main screen onto the right side. You don't actually have to use the touchscreen option. Quite handy. Love the design of the steering wheel here. There is a rear view mirror camera here with this package, which I think it's pretty cool to have in a middle trim. This is super handy for an SUV this size. We have a full touchscreen infotainment display. There's a dash camera built in case if you want to make use of it. There is the interior light. You can change the different colors. There is spring, summer, whichever one you like. Plus, you've got different colors on this side for the interior lighting, which again, quite nice to have in a middle trim. And then Google Assist, Amazon Alexa, tons of information, GPS position, InTouch. So you can also connect your phone to the car. And it does have a full 360 camera, which is nice and handy, again, for a vehicle this size. And the camera itself, it's got a couple of options that you can play around. And there's also a 3D view, which doesn't match the exterior color of this SUV, but we're not going to hold it against them. And that's your off-road mode. So essentially it shows you the bottom part in case if you go to certain areas that you don't have the best visibility underneath the vehicle. This comes in real handy. Quite shocking that this thing offers so much for the money. It also comes with wireless charging pad. And essentially what you do is slide your phone in here and that's it. And the phone is charging. There is two cup holders on the sides and you can see my transponder. And there is a giant armrest in here. And that's about it. Okay, let's go for a drive. What do we have under the hood? Well, the good news is that you got a 3.5 liter V6 twin turbocharged engine. This makes about 450 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque, 9-speed automatic transmission. It is essentially the same engine across all the trims, so you don't get a special one. But there's gonna be an Armada Nismo version, which pretty much the same engine as this, but it makes more horsepower and it's got some goodies in it too. Price-wise, in Canada, $127,000, which is about 15-20 grand more than the base model and about $10,000 to $15,000 cheaper than the top trim. There's only 3 trims this year, so this one replaces the Sensory. So there is Lux, there is this, and there's Autograph. And the engine's the same, towing 8,500 pounds for this package. Now, why does this package exist? Like, why did they change it? Well, I think they're trying to give you sort of like a sporty design, which this has on the outside. It actually looks quite nice. I love the grille, absolutely love the wheels. I love it more when it sits low in park modes. When it's too high, it kind of looks weird. It looks like a pickup truck. You don't get the Pilot Pro 2.1, the self-driving that you get in the Autograph. This one offers just the standard cruise control with lane assist. Still will keep you within the center, so lane centering. I love the 3.5 in this thing. The engine that it is inspired by the Nissan GT-R. That's what Nissan says. In this case, Infiniti, but they're the same company. And they've gotten some of the parts from the GT-R to make this engine. I love what they've done with this, because you can actually tune this to make like 500 horsepower, 550 if you want it. There's already companies out there offering something for this, which is great. It's not a 4-cylinder engine like some other companies. What do I think about the price? The trim is well positioned. It's the mid-level, so you get quite a lot of features. In fact, I also have massage seats here, which I just realized, for passenger and the driver's side, and you can change the settings in there. There's power seats in the front, heated seats, ventilated seats, and so on. So there is some good news about this trim. One of my favorite things about it is how it looks on the road. Just looking at the rollers, this thing is sexy. They've done a great job with the package, and I think it works well. This SUV is one of my favorites out there. The Lincoln Navigator is another one. Baby, the Lexus LX, although that thing is kind of outdated at this point. But this one specifically, it's positioned itself quite nicely in terms of price, because compared to like the Lincoln Navigator, which is a little bit more money than this, this is a great package overall. Personally, I think this would be my choice. It drives quite nice. It's got a lot of tech features, great interior. The door panel has like a 3-piece design. You've got the piece of wood on the side here. You have interior lighting. You've got the suede on the door panel, or Alcantara, I think it is, in this one. And that's it. Pretty much what you want for a mid-level, pretty loaded. I think this would work well. Now, what you're missing from the top trim is the self-driving mode. Well, not so much self-driving, but advanced driving system, which this doesn't come with, the 2.1. You don't get massage seats for the second row, but you still get the 24-speaker Klipsch audio system. I think I'm saying it right. Klipsch? Probably. Klipsch, that's what it is. You've got these speakers on the headrest. In fact, when I was using Google Maps, it was coming through the speakers at the back. I was just looking, what's going on here? I'm a big fan of this trim, and this color would be my choice. The wheels in silver would have been a little bit better, and maybe 23-inch wheels, because the 22s are not quite there. The car looks too big and the wheels too small. 23 would fit perfectly. This is a large vehicle. I love what they've done with it, but there are some improvements, more like a personal choice, not the trim itself. I would put different wheels, like something that looks a little bit nicer and in silver. But these wheels, compared to the standard one, look a little bit better. And that's about it. That's it. That's the Sport trim.